Shalom. Would like to welcome you to Soul Flex Podcast Extra. I'm your host here, Yeshua Judah. If you're new to the channel and if you find any value in it whatsoever, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That way you'll get the notifications. Also, don't forget to join us on Thursday nights with the Truth Be Told Flex Podcast, where it is myself, Ayo Ben Yahoo, and also Ak Safaya Sheyahu. I woke up with this article this morning, and I can't lie that when I saw the title of the article, I had a myriad of thoughts that raced through my mind. I'm a young fellow here over there in this land of the free, home of the oppressed, and it has already left a sustaining event on my mind on the things that happen over here, and it's left me in a way to where I feel one way about one type of one group, and I'll a way about a different group. Here last night was the very, very first time that the unofficial Negro national anthem was sung on the field of the Super Bowl. Now, this song has been performed before the Super Bowl twice already. The first time being Alicia Keys in 2021 and Mary did it in 2022. But this is the first time that it was actually performed on the football field before the kickoff of the game. I believe that the NFL got it right by asking acclaimed actress Shirley Ralph to do it. This lady is phenomenal in her craft. She performs on Broadway. Right now, she is best known for her role in the hit show Abbott Elementary. She has been in TV shows in the past. She is a vocalist. This lady has paid her dues in the industry. So who else better could be the very first person to sing the unofficial Negro national anthem on national TV in front of millions and millions of people, knowing that the Super Bowl is probably the stage of all stages, right? But what happened was Sunday morning, hours before the Super Bowl, Shirley tweeted, "Today I will sing it for the first time as part of the Super Bowl pregame show in the stadium," noting that this is something that is going to be annual. This is something that the NFL has probably been discussing that is going to be part of their show. And why not? I mean, black people spend tons of money with the NFL. In fact, if you want to be honest, the NFL would not be the NFL that it is if it was not for black people. I don't know what the percentage of black players that play in the NFL. I'm not going to even throw a number out there, but what I am going to say is that it's greater than 60%. That I am going to say. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments and let me know that I'm wrong. But I can guarantee you that over 60% of the players in the NFL are black. So that means that we should have some type of a representation. But as soon as Shirley tweeted that out Sunday morning, as soon as she tweeted that out Sunday morning, that she would be singing, lift every voice and sing at the Super Bowl, she began to be criticized, or should I say the NFL began to be criticized for their decision of having this as part of the show. This is what is quoted by a politician from the Republican Party, Marvin Spicer. It says that the black national anthem is the Star Spangled Banner. The white national anthem is the Star Spangled Banner. The mixed national anthem is the Star Spangled Banner. If you live in the United States of America, your national anthem is the Star Spangled Banner. Now, I'm not going to sit here in front and say that I'm familiar with Marvin Spicer, right? Because I'm not. But Marvin Spicer is a politician, which means that this has to be, no pun intended here, an educated person. So it fails me to understand how this person cannot, and the treatment that we as black people have gotten in this land over the years. There has not been a place for us in this land in the past. There is not a place for us in this land, really, for us presently. Neither has there ever been a place for us in the time between the past and now. So you want to say that the national anthem for black people, because we live in the United States of America, is the Star Spangled Banner. Let's be clear about this. When Francis Key Scott wrote the poem, because it was a poem before it was turned into a song, the Star Spangled Banner, I can guarantee you that he did not have black people in mind when he wrote that poem. This is during a time when not only was it the laws, but it was also being practiced that we were only noted for just 3/5 of a human being in this place. So why is it that we should hold that Star Spangled Banner? The problem that I have with the criticism is that every time we as black people decide that we want to have something of our own, white people stand up and try to take that away from us. We can't have nothing. We can't be prideful of anything. Why is it that we need to share your national anthem? You stole this land right along when you stole us. That's your national anthem. And then so we come up with a song to make us feel proud, to make us feel loved, to make us feel as if we are something. And now you singing that there's no place for it in the National Football League. I don't buy it. And I hope that the National Football League do not be persuaded by the naysayers, because we already know how Florida is to critical race theories, right? They're trying their best to make it to where educators cannot teach black history, because when you teach black history, always at the end of that, also at the beginning of that, and also in between black history is the white people looking like villains. Why is that? But you must come up with your own suggestions as to why that is. But before I get out of here, what I want to do is give a little hit on the Star Spangled Banner. Since this is a song that this particular politician want to give to us because we live in the United States, let's get a little history on the Star Spangled Banner. There's a few things about the War of 1812. One of the main issues was the British practice of impressment. It says the force of conscription of American sailors to fight for the Royal Navy, plus the British promised refuge to any enslaved black people who escaped their enslavers, raised fear among the white Americans of a large-scale revolt. The final provocation was that men who escaped the bonds of slavery were welcome to join the British Corps of Colonial Marines in exchange for land after the service. As many as 4,000 people, mostly from Virginia and Maryland, escaped. It's important to know these things. Star Spangled Banner, originally called the Defense of Fort M. Henry, has more than one verse that mostly everybody sing, right? The second half of the third verse ends like this. No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave, and the Star Spangled Banner in triumph doth wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the. These lyrics are a clear reference to the Colonial Marines. They are clearly meant to scorn and threaten the African Americans who took the British up on their offer. Key surely knew about the Colonial Marines, and it's even possible he saw them among the contingent of British ships that sailed into Baltimore Harbor. And even if these lyrics aren't explicitly racist, Key clearly was. He descended from a wealthy plantation and enslaved people. He spoke of black people as a distinct and inferior race and supported emancipating the enslavement only if they were immediately shipped to Africa, according to Morley. During the Andrew Jackson administration, Key served as district attorney for Washington, D.C., where he spent much time shoring up enslavers' power. He strictly enforced slave laws and persecuted abolitionists who passed out pamphlets mocking his jurisdiction as the land of the free, home of the oppressed. Now, that is the author that wrote the Star Spangled Banner. So you telling me that just because I live in this land, be proud of the Star Spangled Banner? No, I'm not. The only thing about the so-called Negro National Black Anthem that I like is that we actually took it literal when we said that we're going to march victory is won. Because that's all we really know is march. But other than that, Miss Shirley Ralph, you did a remarkable stand-up job in seeing the Negro unofficial national anthem. And I think one of the reasons that they are so afraid of the song is that it brings fear to them that after all done to us in the past, that we still have a backbone and we still have strength to be able to stand up and sing in the face of our oppressors. So I want to give it up to Miss Shirley Ralph for having the courage to stand in front of millions and millions of people and sing what is known as the Negro National Anthem.
Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought.